both Lee and I want to reiterate that we're here to help and can do any one-on-one sessions that you guys may need, whether it's a result of the content shown in this webinar or if it's just a general question or training need. We're here and available weekly for your benefit. So quickly, let's go over what's on the agenda for today. So we're going to focus on some key new features that were released just a couple of days ago to the teamuniformorders.com platform. First of which, we're going to show you how to create perpetual stores that feature no end date and can have automatic summary reminders sent out to the dealer rep. Then we're going to show you a new store setting that lets you quickly and easily filter all of your stores by a variety of different characteristics. We call that store labels. And finally, we've made some key improvements to our order fulfillment feature, giving you more control than ever before. Oh, and if we have time, we'll briefly show you some new enhancements that we've made to allow you to create a spirit store from a club or team store with just a single click.
All right, we'll start things off with showing the ongoing stores concept, how any store can be set up without an end date, can be manually closed, and how you can set up an automatic summary that will be periodically sent. We'll go ahead and show an example of one of these stores that have the end date not set. So of course it would be removed from the top of the store so there's no confusion with your customers as to whether or not the store will actually be closing, because a lot of the time if you have an ongoing store you'll set an arbitrary date at the end of the year or next year. So you don't have to do that anymore. You can now no longer have to feature that end date. And we'll actually go in to the dashboard and we'll show you how that is set up. So of course it's when you are creating your stores or whenever you are editing an existing store. You'll go down to the end date. This field is now optional, so all you have to do is leave it blank, and that will cause the store to never actually close on its own. Now if you did want the store to close, you could manually do that without having to change the date. You can always go up here to the top and click the close option, and that is a way that you can manually close and also come back and open the store. Now another option is the ability for you to send yourself a summary of the sales and reporting for the store. So of course this works very similarly to the scheduled reports feature. You can choose any day for when you'll actually receive that summary of sales as well as the reporting. So I'll go ahead and show you an example of this. Okay, so it tells you the total orders received, it tells you the total sales at that time, and it gives you direct access to your reporting and settings. So that could be something ideal that you set up, especially if you have an ongoing store and you want to know where it's at, and it also serves as a reminder.
Great. So for our next feature, we're going to show you how to assign custom store labels to any of your stores. Now the concept here is that you may have several stores for several different purposes within your dashboard. And it can get sometimes a little bit taxing to understand, which sales rep created that store, which sport is that store for. So when we jump over to the new store page, you could actually see the brand new option that we've created. So after you enter in the key details for your store, you will notice there is a store labels drop-down. And with this dashboard, we've pre-configured a couple of labels for you, just so for this demonstration purpose. But here we've got an example of a dealer rep, we've got an example of seasons, we've got an example of specific sports. So with that being said, if you needed to figure out which stores Lee has created for the soccer industry, when you actually make your way back to the filter, which we'll talk about in just a moment, you can easily do so. So let's show you how you create these labels. And that's actually taken care of in the profile page. So we've added a brand new option to the bottom named Custom Store Labels. And on this page, we give you a quick explanation of the feature as well as a couple of examples as to how you might use it. But let's go ahead and add a football label. And after doing so, we want this football label to show up kind of in line with our soccer and baseball since it's a sport. So we're just going to drag and drop it and move it into the proper location. So at this point, we can now jump right back to the dashboard and see these labels in action. So we've enhanced the dashboard filter to include a new drop-down that allows you to select any and all of the labels as you see fit. And we've actually preset some of these stores to have labels. So with a quick filter, you can see that only 3 of the 17 or so Spirit stores are tagged with those specific labels. Now what's great about this feature is it actually will save to your individual user accounts, just like your regular dashboard filter. So if you've got 5, 6, 7 different sales reps and they all create a label for themselves, as long as they set their filter to display only stores tagged with their label, then they don't have to worry about seeing anyone else's stores. Or if you've got a soccer-specific sales rep and that's all they're going to manage, easy. Just have them tag the soccer-specific label and filter by default, and they're only going to see what's important to them.
Okay, our new updates to order fulfillment will allow you to format the text in the dealer note that is sent. It will allow you to embed links and also change who the reply to is in the email that is sent. So you're able to have a bit more control over the actual notes that are sent out, as well as who your customers are responding to. So we'll actually go in and we'll go over to the Order Fulfillment tab, and we'll just go ahead and source some orders here. All right, and I'll go ahead and select a whole batch of orders. We'll change the status. So of course, if we do have the email notification option turned on for any of these steps, we'll get this dealer notes option. This option can now be formatted as far as the text, so your emails can be a little more customized and branded however you need them to be. Something that you could do in the email that is sent, of course, you could hyperlink. So if you wanted to have something that says, please visit us, or please visit our website, we'll say. And then you could say, you know, obviously your website name. You can include any other links if you want to link them to another store, perhaps, or maybe some kind of coupon. There are all sorts of options here. You can format the text as well. Whenever you are adding links, just make sure to use this create link option to make sure it actually works properly. So you can link the URL. You can give it a title if you want to. You can give it a target if you want to. But otherwise, you can just put in the URL and link it. And then lastly, you also have the option to change who your customers are actually responding to when they receive that notification about their order status being changed. In this case, these customers would have been notified about their order being ready for pickup should we update all these orders. And then they would know, okay, well, I can visit the website as well. So normally, if customers reply to that email, it would go to our support at teamuniformorders.com. So this reply to option is your opportunity to change who they're actually responding to, i.e. someone on your end, most likely, your support team.
Great, thank you, Lee. And if you guys don't mind, we're just going to sneak in one more feature here. It's a simple one, but I think it does have some great ramifications. And now we give you the ability to create a Spirit store from either a club or team store with a single click. So with this option, imagine you've got a summer ordering store, a club store of some sort, and you want to reopen it for the fall and maybe for the remainder of the season to allow for replacement orders. Rather than having to rebuild that store from scratch, using this new action, you can create a brand new Spirit store and copy any or all of the catalogs that are part of that club store. And this does work for both public and private stores. So if you were to take, let's say, a club store, which is considered private, and you wanted to kind of keep that private functionality, you can go ahead and use our private Spirit Store option. So Lee's going to quickly demonstrate that for you. And we just have a copy to Spirit Store action right near the bottom here. And when clicking that, you're going to then get the ability to choose any catalogs that are part of that club store.